5, a Sheboygan Falls mother is now charged in the death of her 8-year-old son.
Natalia Hitchcock made her first appearance today in court. Hitchcock is a native of Russia, and court documents say she became increasingly unhinged as she watched the Russian war on Ukraine. It's a spiral that ended with her son dead. Mary Jo Ola reports from Sheboygan County.
State of Wisconsin versus Natalia Hitchcock.
Natalia Hitchcock walked into the Sheboygan County Court Tuesday charged with killing her 8-year-old son and attempting to kill her 11-year-old son. At times it was emotional as Hitchcock turned back
I'd like to raise the issue of competency. I have reason.
And spoke directly to her husband of 15 years. His brother tried to comfort him. Investigators say Hitchcock strangled and killed her son Oliver and tried to drown her other son.
We're talking about crimes of absolute violence. She's also committed these crimes as alleged against her 2 children.
According to a criminal complaint, Hitchcock's husband told police his mother-in-law lives in Russia and that he worried about Hitchcock's mental state as she watched coverage of the war between Russia and Ukraine. The complaint states the day before Oliver was hurt, Hitchcock's older son said she tried to hold him down underwater in the bathtub. Law enforcement noted that Hitchcock told them she had not been sleeping well for several days and began to have thoughts the Russian government was going to take her children and abuse them, and that her husband was trying to sell her and the boys to the dark web.
There is an issue of competency in this case. Prior to this incident, the defendant had no prior record at all in criminal justice.
Hitchcock said a few words to her husband as she was escorted out.
Can I have the complaint on that?
A nurse told officers Hitchcock had a critical amount of Tylenol in her system. Hitchcock's husband said she wasn't diagnosed with any mental health disorders and didn't take drugs or medications, but he noticed she had been drinking vodka recently. Hitchcock's next court date will focus on if she needs to be evaluated for competency. In Sheboygan, Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.
And bond for Natalia Hitchcock is now set at $1 million. If convicted of homicide, she would be sentenced to life in prison.